Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to the East Dubuque City Council meeting. It is Tuesday, September 3rd. I ask that you please turn your cell phones off during the meeting and please be quiet during discussions. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. (24-0901) call to order.
Belkin.
Here.
Bergmeyer.
Here.
Dagenhart.
Here.
Mayor Digman.
Here.
Fleur.
Here.
Meyer. Roby. Here. Attorney Hess. Here.
24-0902 staff reports. City manager report.
Thank you, Mayor. Don't have a bunch that I'll be reporting on here because most of it's in the agenda coming up. But our folks are out on another water main break as we speak. Unfortunately, it's in a street that we just repaved. But there's no telling the future on those things, I guess.
All right, thank you. Mayor's report. The only thing I had to touch base, I was able to attend the push-in ceremony that the fire department had. That was a pretty neat thing. They had a good turnout. I thought it was a nice ceremony. Alderperson report. Belkin.
Nothing tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Bergmeyer.
Nothing, Mayor.
Degenhart.
Yeah, I got one thing. Coming down Cemetery Hill, at the bottom of the hill, there's a rock wall there, and the weeds are growing up with some kind of brush, and you can't, people call me to live on the hill, you go down to the corner, you can't see down the road. So I went down to the city garage this morning and I asked Freddie if he'd go up and spray that, so it goes down, because it's gonna be an accident. That's the only thing I got.
Okay, thank you. Fleur.
What's the update on the train silencing? Anything on that, or?
Well, it's shifted over from the silencing the trains to improving the intersections. So there's a study going on now, and we're applying for grant funding to improve the crossings. We'll say that improving the crossings is very helpful in getting the no whistle on the trains, but you cannot apply for the funding for the improvement of those crossings while you are proposing silencing the whistles. So we are not proposing silencing the whistles at this time, if that makes sense.
Okay.
The federal, once you apply for that, you can't receive the funding to improve the crossings. You need to improve the crossings to give yourself the chance to get silencing. So
do we don't have to do the quiet zone study all over if we approve for this grant?
no, the quiet zone study is helpful in applying for the funding to improve the crossings, but we have to just take things in their proper order.
Okay.
That's all I have.
All right, thank you. Roby.
Yeah, I got a couple of things. The sidewalk on Montgomery Hill, right above that garage that's in the center of Montgomery Hill, well, in the center of the sidewalk on Montgomery Hill, there's a big bush that's sticking out. Everybody's walking into it or ducking or walking out into the street around it. Wonder if we could get a hold of that property owner and trim some of that back.
Yep.
And then the parks I talked to you about today, Bob, they really need some mowing and weeding up on the hill. So, is the tuck pointing done on the police station for the roof?
It's not done. The estimates are being prepared right now. You may have noticed they were up on the roof last week. And so what they've done is they have to tuck point and rebuild more than tuck pointing, but kind of rebuild the parapet. And the result that they'll probably come up with will be, if you look at it from the corner, it kind of comes out, and then it goes down, and then it comes up to the next corner. The best solution in terms of fund money and quality roof would be to level that out to a degree. And so they will tear down and rebuild and then pour a concrete cap, and all that would hold the rubber roof when the roof goes on. So we had hoped to have a estimate today on that, but it wasn't quite ready yet. So by the next meeting, we may call a special meeting because we really need to get that roof on before snow flies. And so that means we got to get them up there working.
Okay. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. City Attorney Hess?
Nothing tonight.
Thank you. Chief Kavasik? Thank you. Works, Fire Chief. All right, 24-0903, speakers from the floor. We have none noted this evening. 24-0904, consent agenda.
Still moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Bergmeyer,
Aye.
Dagenhart,
Aye.
Fleur,
Aye.
Meyer, Roby,
Aye.
Belkin.
Aye.
New business. 24-0905. Discussion and possible action to approve estimate from Kleesner Construction Incorporated for Montgomery Avenue crack sealing from Sherwood Avenue to Cincinnati Avenue in the city of East Dubuque.
So this is, Kleesner does it either for themselves, or they would be the one that would do it for Tri-State, which would be the other company that we had in here doing roads. We kind of wanted to get an idea of Kleesner's work. I think they did a nice job on the pavement projects. So we've had them look at this mastic project. So we talked, I was directed to find a solution for the cracks on Montgomery going up the hill, where you have the concrete and deterioration in the compression cracks. This is what both contractors recommend. It's a mastic product. It's a extremely hard product with like stone in it. They would blow out the cracks and fill them with this product. It would be far better than asphalt based, which would have to be replaced constantly. Far cheaper than cutting out the cracks and replacing, a foot wide section with concrete. So it's kind of the solution in the middle. It would extend the life. It would serve the purposes of extending the life of the street. If you're looking for something to make the street feel smoother when you drive over it, it's not necessarily going to do that, or not going to do that in the short term, because it's going to cut, instead of hitting those cracks and going down, you're going to hit those cracks and go up a little bit. But it's, by everybody we've spoken to, it's the best product. The information that you have in your packets is intended to show you how the mastic works. That's not actually the company that produces the product for this. Maxwell is the one that Kleesner uses, but it's very similar for those of us who aren't experts on highways. This is a good explanation of what the process is. So I was asked to get estimates. There's only one estimate because this is the company that does it for both companies. So
Did they get that done yet this summer or fall?
I should get it done before snow flies, yeah.
Okay.
And it should hold up to snow plows.
So when you come down the hill, are you going to constantly hear all the way down the hill from?
By your house, we're going to
Raise-
build it up just a little.
Yeah, I know you are.
Rumble Street.
No, I'm just wondering.
It's not going to be that kind of a thing,
Okay.
but it'll decrease over time. But I'm just saying, don't expect that,
It's going to be smooth.
if you're looking for something to make the road just perfectly smooth, this
No,
is
it's not
not
perfectly smooth.
what you're asking for.
I'm
Yeah.
just
Right, yeah.
wondering if it was going to thump all the way down the hill. you know?
With the size of the cracks that's in there now, you already got it. I made a
Some
motion
places
to
you do.
approve.
I'll second it.
I've got a motion, a second, roll call.
Dagenhart,
Aye.
Fleur,
Aye.
Roby,
Aye.
Belkin,
Aye.
and Burgmeyer.
Aye.
24-0906, discussion of possible action to approve application for Game of Chance with East Dubuque United in the city of East Dubuque.
Councilor Roby, you want to?
Yeah, we have been trying to raise funds for some more Christmas decorations and mostly for a Veterans Memorial here in East Dubuque. And we don't have anything specifically planned yet. We're just in the planning stages, but this is something we would like to look into. And as long as we're looking into it, we thought, go ahead and apply for the license. If we don't use it, we don't use it. If we do, great, then we're legal. Also, I would like to ask if we could waive the fee. I think it's like $25 for the license.
We just need a motion to waive the fee,
Yeah,
and then a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Piece of cake.
Roll call?
Fleur,
Aye.
Roby,
Abstain?
Belkin,
Aye.
Burgmeyer,
Aye.
Dagenhart.
Aye.
24-0907, discussion of possible action to approve estimates from Bonnet Property Managers or Clay's Property Services LLC for city playgrounds in the city of East Dubuque.
So these would take care of all the landscaping issues on the playgrounds. We've got two estimates here. We tried to get a third. But among these two, they came in very close to one another, which tells me that they're you're not gonna find much difference if you were to get somebody else to come in. And this would be installing either 6x6 treated timbers around the playground area and basically cleaning the area out and weeding it and reestablishing mulch. The issues that the council might want to consider on this are, would you prefer the 6x6 timbers, or if we were able to get the railroad ties, would you want the railroad ties? That's one question. Another question is, so the budget is in the neighborhood of $20,000 a year for playgrounds. This is about $25,000 for either contractor, and which is fine because we haven't spent money on the playgrounds in
Many years.
many years. That is a property tax unit on the on our property tax levy, and so what we've actually got accumulated in there is very significant, over $100,000. That's available for spending on the playgrounds. So, in the past, you wouldn't have been able to spend over the budget because we didn't have the actual money in the bank to be able to do it. But as of today, you have the ability to overspend the budget. Essentially, we've got the money to be able to do it, and you've got the justification, I think, because the money hasn't been spent in the past, and it has been allocated for those things. It's just been spent in other places. So with that in mind, you could replace the mulch, which will have to be done every year or two, with a rubberized product that will last much longer. Gramercy Park just put it in. Looks very nice. So you could put that in. So that's a second question. The third issue that I've heard that raised is the question of whether you should put fiber mat below it. And what Bonnet has told us is that it doesn't do any good really to put the fiber underneath the wood chips, because the wood chips break down fast enough that you just get the weeds growing on top of the fiber. And so if you want it, we can do it, but it's not going to really do you any good. Don't know if that changes with the rubberized. So if you chose to go to change anything in here, you have to select a contractor for each of these. Bonnet came in generally cheaper. Also, they proposed more cubic yards of mulch per playground. So in comparing them, I think they're very, very comparable. You are not bound by having to take the low bid. If you chose, you could try out two different ones. The differences in them, if you look through here, I think Councilor Belkin, you've done your analysis, I think.
Yeah, so, getting back on those timbers, God, let's go with the treated. Those railroad ties,
Look like-
half of them are rotten before we get them. And it's not gonna be that much cheaper. I think it was $1,900 on Clay's, bid between using the treated and the railroad ties.
So would we have to table this while we get pricing for if we decide that we want the rubberized pellets?
No, because, Clay listed how much he was going to have on mulch, so you can just lift that number out and insert the number for the rubberized. Bonnet, we would have to get their number from it, but I think you can empower Tony and I to be able to work this out. So if you approve the estimate and approve the changes that you'd like to see to the estimate, the 6x6 treated timbers, the rubberized mulch, if you choose that, anything else that you want to change, and then we can go and just make those alterations to the budget. Tony already checked with Gramercy Board and found out that they had done some research on the pellets, on the mulch, and it may be cheaper for the city just to buy the mulch in bulk for everything, and whoever the contractor is. And again, you could just take the low bid for each one, or you could, for a couple $100, mix it up and probably have a better chance of getting them all done this fall, if you chose to do that.
Yeah, that's kind of a good idea, because we got, 4 of them? Do 2
Yeah, and
and 2.
the difference between the Tom Fleur Park and the Livingston Park,
It's just,
Clayton is $270 higher on those two. So if we could split them, give those two to Bonnet and give the 6th Street and Peach Street ones to Clayton, that way maybe we could get all 4 of them done this year.
yeah.
As far as putting that mat down, that doesn't work.
No,
If you've ever done it.
but I vote 100% to get rubber mulch.
I do too.
Yeah, I do.
And then, 'cause we had it trucked in, and then the city guys, I think, had the skid steer up at the park, and they unloaded it.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that, but,
And then you don't have to do it every year. You
Does
can
the
do it.
black get warm, Jeff, when the sun's out? Does it get hot?
Well, I'll tell you the truth, I've never walked on it.
I haven't. I haven't either, Jeff.
So, not quite
No
sure.
excuse for me, though.
I don't know. I really don't know. You'd have to talk to somebody else that,
Okay.
or go up and try it yourself.
Maybe I will, huh?
so we're gonna go with the treated timbers and the mulch, right? The rubberized mulch?
I agree.
I agree, everybody.
Do we have to put
Yeah.
out separate,
I think you can do it all in one motion.
do it all in one motion, just
Yeah.
put it all under
Do
one motion?
we have to split, being we're doing split vendors, do we have to do each park separately.
Just let me know which ones you want for which vendor, and
Yeah, which one?
you'll be accepting that, then you'll be accepting that estimate.
Well, there's only 120 difference and 80 difference on the 6th and Peach. And then there's 270 difference on the Tom Fleur and the Livingston. I would say go with Bonnet for the Tom Fleur and the Livingston, since Clayton's a little higher on those, and then do Clayton on the 6th and Peach, if everybody agrees with that.
I agree.
Make the motion. Okay. So we're going with rubberized mulch and the 6x6 treated lumber. So add that to my motion with Clayton getting the 6th Street and the Peach Street, the parks. And then the second would be Bonnet getting the Tom Fleur and the Livingston parks. And I'll make that motion.
Yeah, I'll second it.
Roll call.
Roby,
Aye.
Belkin,
Aye.
Bergmeyer,
Aye.
Dagenhart,
Abstain.
Fleur.
Aye.
24-0908, discussion and possible action to approve resolution 24-0908, authorizing Mayor Digman to enter into a memorandum of understanding, MOU, between the City of East Dubuque and the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency regarding the use of a local groundwater or water well ordinance as an environmental institutional control in the City of East Dubuque.
So this one is one that I haven't been acting on very fast. It just never made it up the list very well. This is the issue of the contamination down on Boat Ramp Road and the test wells. Quite a while ago, it did come back that it was all coming back clean. We were able to close it out. Now we have to go through and jump through a few hurdles to get it closed out. And the final one of those hurdles is just allowing the mayor to sign that MOU with the EPA to close it out.
Still move.
Second.
Roll call.
The format is basically given to you by the EPA. So,
Okay, yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Belkin,
Aye.
Bergmeyer,
Aye.
Dagenhart, Fleur,
Aye.
Roby.
Aye.
24-0909, executive session for personnel matters. Need a motion? Roll call.
Bergmeyer,
Aye.
Dagenhart,
Aye.
Fleur,
Aye.
Roby,
Aye.
Belkin.
to invite the police chief to come in.
I'm good, Bobby, I'm good.
I'm gonna pull this in. I don't care about you, Randy.
moved
No,
over.
I joke about that.
But I am gonna go check it out now.
Yeah. Yeah, plus, they replace it,
It looks nice up there.
I think they replace it every 5 or 10, 8 years
that
or
stuff.
something. Mulch, I mean, I have mulch around my house, well, it's
Yeah.
just,
Every year I'm
never
adding new
ending.
stuff to it.
yeah, it's never ending. My brother just put rubber mulch in his house.
My daughter just got rid of it.
No, really?
All right, 24-0910, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Fleur,
Aye.
Roby,
Aye.
Falcon,
Aye.
Brewmeyer,
Aye.
and Dagenhart.
We are adjourned.